Hey everybody, this is Deep coming at you with a remake of my previous video of Frost Dual Wield info and tips. Hopefully I'm a little bit louder and much more clearer, and I got a little bit more information to add, so hopefully this will be much more informative than my other one. So let's get started. Your weapons you'll be wanting to use. Now this is my playstyle. And I've tested it with every combo possible. I've used the fast-fast variation, fast-slow, slow-fast, and slow-slow. And I've come to know that the slow-slow combo is the way to go. The reason being is that the talent threat of Thessarian, you hit with your offhand every time you use a strike. And with this build, you're going to be spamming strikes like crazy. Every global cooldown, you're going to be hitting a button that strikes. Slow. A slow offhand, you're going to be hitting much more harder. So, slow is the way to go. Don't get a fast offhand. Another topic is my rotation and glyphs come up a lot. The three glyphs that I use with this build are Howling Blast, Obliterate, and Frost Strike. And the minor ones are kind of a no-brainer. Horn of Winter, Raise Dead, Blood Tap, stuff like that. Anything works, whatever you want, as long as you have those three major ones. I use the Howling Blast one because I don't use Icy Touch or Plague Strike in my rotation at all. The Howling Blast applies Frost Fever for me, so whenever a rhyme procs, that's kind of like a free Howling Blast and a free refresh on my Frost Fever. So I kind of get rid of two steps of a rotation in one step, so it kind of works out both ways. Obliterate, because 20% more Obliterate damage. No brainer. Frost Strike for 8 less rune power on your Frost Strike. More Frost Strikes, more damage. The rotation that I use is really simple. It's 4 buttons. If you see my other videos, you'll see that I only use these 4 buttons. They're kind of quarantined in their own little section on my hotbar. I use Blood Strike, Howling Blast, Obliterate, and Frost Strike. The rotation is pretty much opening up with Howling Blast and then obliterating like crazy. And the only time you should use your Blood Strike is to flip your blood runes into death runes. That should be the only time you ever use Blood Strike. And of course, when your when your runes are on cooldown, or when you have a full rune power bar, that's when you want to start using Frost Strike to fill in the gaps. And every time Howling Blast is off cooldown, or whenever Rhyme procs, make sure you use it. That Howling Blast is a big hitter. It hits like a truck, especially when it crits. So use that as often as possible. It also keeps refreshing your Frost Fever, so that's good too. So just use that rotation and watch your DPS skyrocket. I got a few questions on my video. Those 4 buttons that I use, they are macroed, and they're not really a macro really. Nothing fancy smancy there. I can show you a little example of what I use. It's pretty much the same thing as if it weren't macroed, except I put /start attack at the bottom, so that way I don't have to, click on a target to attack it, and then, go into rotation. I just spam the crap out of those buttons, and then as soon as one mob dies or whatever, I'll automatically target the next one in front of me, so I can just keep on going, keep on trucking through them. So, it's pretty simple there. It helps a little bit for me. So hopefully it will help for you. As far as stats go, I myself just stack strength. The more strength, the better. The higher your strength, the harder you hit. And the higher you crit. So, strength. Unless you need hit. So, stack strength and hit if you need it. But you shouldn't need it because, gear by itself should give you enough hit, which is around 280 or 290 for the yellow cap, which is the most important. So if you can get that, you're golden. But of course, you can never have too much hit as a dual wielder. But 280, 290. That's a good number to go for. So just stack strength, hit, crit, and haste. And armor pen and expertise are a luxury, but they're really, really helpful. For gems, again, strength. Just gem for strength. That's what I do. The higher you, the more damage you do, and the higher you crit. So just gem for strength, and unless you need to hit, then gem for a little bit of hit. The best mated gem, of course, in my opinion, I forget the name of it, but it's the one that gives 21 crit rating and a 3% more critical damage, whatever that one's called. But that's by far the best one in my opinion. Enchants, I myself just enchant for attack power. Everything I have gives attack power, except my chest, which gives stats. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, runes. The runes that I use, of course, they're kind of a no-brainer. The Fallen Crusader and the Razor Ice. Now, I use the Razor Ice in my main hand and the Crusader on my offhand. The reason being is that Crusader procs really, really often, so it's almost always up, where Razor Ice, you need to hit a lot to keep it up. So I use it on my main hand. That way I apply it faster and keep it up much easier than as if it were on my offhand. So that's my whole logic behind that. But either way works. That's just how I look at it. So hopefully this video helped out more than my other one. It's pretty much the same with a couple of little twinks in it, a little bit louder and all that. So if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to ask me in comments or send me a message on YouTube. Anything like that, I'll be happy to answer them. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in game.